Welcome everyone to another version of me reading YouTube comments. As another week has ended, it is time to do this series again. Um, and we start with the first comment coming from my old Flood Escape video that I made back in the old days of this YouTube channel. A lot of people are seemingly watching these now that a lot more people have joined the channel as of the last couple of weeks. This one goes by a user called Kiroko or Kirmwoka. I'm sorry. I am really bad at pronouncing names, guys. I think I played like a bunch of games in that one video. Flood Escape 2, Flood Escape 1, SpongeBob Obby. I don't know why I played that. I don't know why I played that. Boxing Simulator. Yeah, you can tell my game was old. Um, those were the games that we played when we started this channel because that's the games that were relevant back then. Like, this was 2018 when we filmed those, and the games that were popular on Roblox in 2018 are going to be different than those that are popular today. Obviously, back then we had less brain rot games because brain rot didn't really exist until, or at least brain rot games didn't really start to flood until like 2024 and maybe 2025. It was a time before artificial intelligence ruined the internet. So, and he says, remember to hold jump on ladders, and it will make you climb faster. Yes, I actually been using this tactic in Flood Escape 2. Sometimes I get confused if the feature works in games outside of Flood Escape, or at least I did. And sadly, it doesn't. I wish it did. It's a nice little mechanic to speed up the process of climbing trowses, because they take like a good 15 seconds to climb without it. Next comments from Seek, which really it's a highlighted reply to this video about the No Man's Sky Pokemon mode. For those of you who are not aware of that, they literally added a battle arena for your monsters to fight each other. I cannot believe it. But Oliver says, "What the frick? What the frick? He's not Unk. He's only 21. You should be saying that to Locky, Courage, and Nikkei 30." Yeah, but then again, eventually I'll be at that status. I can't believe I'm not considered an Unk. I thought I already was an Unk because I'm 22. Well, I guess I gotta correct him because I'm 22, not 21. That's considered misinformation, even if I'm not really offended by it. So I'm gonna fix that. I think I reacted to these last week because I've already hearted them, or at least most of them. That was from When's the Stream Unk. He changed his name, by the way. Yeah, YouTube kids. Yeah, I think some of these are old. But some of these comments are new, though, so we will take a look at that. We got Stickbug Guy saying to Oliver, "Bro, what do you mean by 2? What the frick's, lil bro?" And then Oliver says he's 17. Wow. He must be one of those people with a really high-pitched voice, because when I played with him a year ago with voice chat, when I guess that's when he was 16. I didn't know he was what age he was, but that was when his voice was still high. So it's almost like another Josh in a way. So yeah. And there's the comment I just posted about Gradient saying hi. Here's the new... There we go. We bring up this video. New rules to Roblox age groups. I'm 10 in Hijri calendar. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm 10 in this calendar because I'm Muslim, but in the Georgian calendar, I'm guessing that's what they call it. That's what we call it, the Georgian calendar. You guys use my 10th birthday is at June 2nd. Well, then technically by rule, I think you're 9. But I don't know if Roblox will account for regional differences or not. Because if not, you're going to be put in the... I mean, regardless if you're 9 or 10, you're still going to be put in the same age group, so it really doesn't matter. You would be put in age group 2, so you would be in Roblox Select, not Roblox Kids. So you should be fine, other than the fact that you can't play games made by people who do not have Roblox Plus, but let's be honest, most people are going to play Roblox for the popular games in today's age. So, yeah. Android phone user says, I think this whole thing is stupid. Literally, none of this would have happened if Roblox didn't ban Schlep or had better moderation. I completely agree with that statement. Because this wouldn't be a thing if we just moderated, if Roblox just had good moderation. We wouldn't have to have AI age verification. We would still be able to communicate with each other without segregation if it weren't for the PDFs ruining it and the Roblox moderation not doing their jobs. So now all these restrictions that are in place are both because of the government and because of Roblox not doing their jobs. So that's when you think about this in the long run. And nowadays, as of I think a couple days ago, the state of Nevada has made it a requirement for nationwide, meaning the entire country has to follow by this, but it might be worldwide because Roblox is a US-based company, that age checks are not allowed to not be on the platform, meaning it is here to stay. Roblox can't even get rid of it, even if they wanted to now. So yeah, even if David Baszucki wants to get rid of age verification, now he can't, because that is in the hands of our government. Congratulations. It is probably the biggest news that's happened with this platform this week, but yeah. And in about a couple of weeks from now, this update takes effect. The only real differences are that some age groups will lose chat and others will. Well, I guess that part's already happened, but the only real changes with this system is the games that you can play. The higher tier of Roblox you are in, the more games you can play. If you are in regular Roblox, you can play every single game on the platform. I guess there's two different types of that, actually. I want to call it the 16 and 17 group and then the 18 plus groups, because the games you can play are different depending on which one you're in. If you're 18 plus, you can play whatever you want as long as you ID verify to play the restricted games, which, let's be honest here, no one's going to do that because the games are not relevant enough for us to care about giving away our government ID to do it. So this feature's been out for a couple years now. And yeah, I still am not going, even though I have to do age verification because of the games that are going to be added to the schedule next season, I will only be doing the face scan. I am not going to be giving up my government ID because I do not need to play games like 18 plus Social Hangout on my YouTube channel because they're not relevant and there probably never will be because of the restrictions, especially with this update. Then you have the 16, 17 group. They will be able to play anything except for the restricted games, which basically I'm pretty much going to be treated as someone similar in that group because I don't really care about the restricted games. Again, I don't care about it. Like, what are we? Most of the 18 plus games are just all social hangouts for adults only. Like, that's about it. There's not really many good games that are rated M for mature on Roblox right now. And the thing about this is it's like a death sentence on this platform because barely anyone can play your games if they're rated M for mature. I think parents should have the option to select M for mature for younger audiences if they want them to play the game. It's like similar to how they do it in real life. Like, for example, my brother, who is 12 years old, he's allowed to play GTA and Rainbow Six Siege. Those games are all rated M for mature. So why can't a parent allow a Roblox player to play these same games? Especially with the chat restrictions. They're not going to be able to chat with the 18 plus group anyways. That's the one thing that doesn't make sense, is that it should be up to the parents to select the types of games that your child plays. Now, I do agree with the fact that the defaults are there. Like, the defaulting to the restrictions by default without parents, yeah, that's fine, but the every other rating, you can change it to whatever you want your child playing, but restricted is just restricted. I don't know. Now, the only thing that really shouldn't be on the platform, now, even though there are games rated restricted, there are some games that shouldn't be on the platform at all. Like, games that are meant to, like, be really... Let's just say if you live in the United States and you know what the ESRB system is, games that would be rated A for adults only. Like, you know what I'm talking about, the really bad games. Those ones shouldn't be on the platform. And games with the sole intent of, just straight up bad intentions, those shouldn't be on there either. Now, as I was saying, we're going to continue down the list. Roblox Select is the next group. There's not really many. There is a sufficient game restriction for those of you in this age group. You're probably not going to be able to play Super Roblox Kart anymore because that game got discontinued, and I doubt the owner of Super Roblox Kart is going to have Roblox Plus. Because every single game that does not have an active Roblox Plus subscription to their leaders will not be allowed to be played by anyone in this tier. So if you are a developer and you want your game to be visible in this age group, and the lower one as well if you are allowed, you have to literally spend money now, which sucks, but when the world is regulating games so hard that they're threatening to ban games from the countries because of bad games, that's literally what this has come down to. So yeah, same thing. You can play the first 3 ratings of games though. I feel like there should be an exemption though. Like if Roblox verifies a game is safe for this certain age group, then they should be able to allowed to skip the payment process. Like either that, or it should just be a one-time fee like Steam does. And then if you make enough money, you get your money back. And then of course you got Roblox Kids. That I don't think I'm gonna have very many of you guys in this tier because let's be honest here, who's gonna be joining us in that age group? I mean, there's going to be some. I have to say that, but there's not going to be like a majority of them. That's going to be your Roblox Kids, and all the restrictions from all the previous tiers apply, but the difference is that you cannot play any game that is rated T for teen. So yeah, you're not gonna be able to. If you're in this age group, you're gonna lose access to games like Forsaken because that's rated moderate. Um, yeah, that is basically that. So yeah, let's move on to the next comment. Gradient says hi again. This is a response to this season sneak peek. He says hi again. Some motherfuckers giving out level ID. And Stickbug Guy says, I hope your live streams won't get comments like, you actually thought I will say, because I can't, it's bad. I don't even think I've ever seen comments like that before, so yeah. Alright, next one is the, I spelled that wrong, oh my gosh. No, this is old. That one says 12 days ago, but yet on here it says 5 days ago. It's whatever. But Amu Sam says, the titles are wrong. It's March 30th to April 5th, not March 30th to March 5th. Yes, you are absolutely correct. I tried to fix it, but then I spelled the word 5th wrong by mistake. So, yeah, I didn't really fix anything. Yeah, and I already reacted to this comment as well. And I did that one too, so. And I did that one already. All right, next comment. Oh boy. There's a lot of comments. Some of them are from years ago. Tony says, who's here in March 2025? I know this is a year ago. But yeah. And then Ryu says, April 2026. Oh, wait, wrong date. Guess I should wait another year. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm glad that this video is still relevant. People just like to write history on here, though, because that's the first video on the channel. And yeah, ironically, it's a Roblox video of Clone Tycoon 2. And, of course, if you watched that video, you know very well how bad and how laggy it was. Like, these guys... Yeah, some of you guys, like, make fun of me for not having an Android. But last time I had an Android, that is literally what I had. I don't want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to that kind of lag. Because it makes me not want to make videos. And it makes me not want to do live streams because of how bad it is. Yeah, and Tony says it's April 2026 now. Lud says let's go. And this is to a post that I made this week because we have 800 subscribers. I guess now less than 800 subscribers away from 3,000 subscribers already, and we literally just hit 2,000 last month. Based on that current pace, we should be on track to hit 3,000 by the end of the year if the way things keep going continues, which that's exciting. Because we've gained over 200 subscribers this month, right? I don't know. How much let me just look that up real quick. Come on, analytics, load. All right, I'm going to pick April. We have so far, okay, I'm a little wrong here, but we have gained 137 subscribers this month. Like, if you look, that we've been getting a lot of subscribers ever since January. But, we've surpassed January already. And we're still only 2/3 of the way done the month, which means this can go much higher. Maybe it might reach, I want to say, um, maybe it might even go up to 200 if we're lucky. I would say 180 is the max we might get this month as a more reasonable result. Um, yeah, it also tells me the top content that I have. And if you look here, it says that it looks like Gray Week was the most successful week this month so far. Because White Week sucked. It failed miserably. And, I mean, I guess Black Week was a little mid, but not terrible. But all the good stuff happened in March, too, where, look at that. Pink Week was king. Like, Pink Week was the king of last month. But we've already finished that week, and now we're moving on to Brown Week, which I don't even know if that's going to work or not. I don't really think Brown Week is going to do too much for my channel. Yeah, that's the color of the week now. So, congrats. It's actually going to be the final one, actually, because after this week, this season's over, and we're going to be waiting a couple weeks before our next Geometry Dash stream. Because we're about to start a new season on this YouTube channel, so... I think here's a better way to read my comments, right? Just click this. There we go, there we go. Look at this. Such an easier way to do it. Sorted by newest. All of those. All of those. Yeah. And... what is this? What is this comment on? From Jam Toast. I don't know who this is, by the way. I've never seen him in my lives. Cataclysm 100% jump from windy landscape. That is not my video, by the way. I don't remember this comment. I actually do not remember this. Actually, no, I do know who Jam Toast is. He came from early this. I think he came on either Tuesday night or Wednesday night. It was somewhere early in the week. But yeah, back to the 800 plus post. We have congratulations, Odin. Congratulations, Odin. 129 million subscribers when? Probably never. That is like a level that is like only achievable by the greatest members of YouTube. I mean, I'm not trying to set myself up for failure, but I gotta make a realistic goal here. I'm probably not going to get there. 3,000's a more reasonable goal for the level we're at than 129,261,286 subscribers. Like, if I had that many subscribers, that would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to get there at this point in time because my subscriber rate would have to increase much further. I know it's pretty high right now, but it would have to increase much further in order for us to do that. And Josh says, wow, already? Amazing job. I don't know what that purple thing means. What is that purple thing? I have never seen that. I've never seen that badge before. I'm guessing it's a top commenter thing. He's been on the channel for a couple years now, so it only makes sense. And then Blood says, let's go. And then there's a bunch of more comments here. And Brianna says, probably like 20 years. I don't even know if I'm going to hit that in 20 years, man. That's like insane. Mason says, yes, sir. Lud says, Mason, you're here? Yes. Can I drink your homemade special sauce? Mason, of course, it's all yours. Oh, boy. Even the chat's even getting unhinged outside of my live streams, guys. Man, what is happening here, says Klasky fan. Replies being weird. Yeah, Mason's the one who made it weird, so I don't know why he's complaining about it being weird. Next one is a comment from Just Kill a Droid from I think that's Thursday's stream. Ben first place all stream, lol. Yeah, he placed first twice last week. Yeah, he placed first place twice last week. And yeah, there was only two people that, I think there were three people different people that got first place last week in the last 5 live streams, as two of them won it twice. So we don't really have a winner for the week because it was a tie. So, and it was between I think Just Kill a Droid and I think Gradient. Noah James says, word. The word of wordism must spread. Yep, the wordism is coming back. That was a weird thing last week. It only happened early last week. It didn't happen all week. I don't know what started it, but it died very quickly. Like, it just straight up died within, like, 2 days. Yeah. And then, a comment from Gradient on my video of the games that might be in Season 4. You are always able to vote whenever you want in this, but that's basically the voting on what games are going to be in the schedule next season. You can always view what the results look like, but because they change every day, depending on when people vote. We have like 30-something votes right now, so yeah. And then Blocks Shock Edit says 2,267 subscribers when. To be honest with you, that might happen this week. Based on how many subscribers we've been gaining recently, it's probably going to happen this week. Now I know why you're eyeing that sub count, you little troll. That you are just after the 6-7 meme, aren't ya? Okay, here's Friday's live stream that this has a comment on. It says, "Oh, and thanks for friending me. Word, you're welcome. If anyone sends me a friend request in Geometry Dash, I will accept it. It might take a week or two, depending on when I remember to accept friend requests, but I will eventually accept it. Unless if you're, like, banned from the live stream for whatever reason or something like that." And then here's a comment that says, if Roblox gets banned in your country, what games are you playing instead? I think the bans might slow down for now because of the fact that Roblox is adding more restrictions to what games certain users can play. Because one of the things that Australia wanted for Roblox is to not have children play bad games. So that's what this is about. Or that's what this new update's about. But now that Roblox is actually doing that, I think the bans might slow down. So if your country hasn't banned Roblox, it might not ban Roblox for at least a while, unless if something interesting happens. But There's a comment from Joseph Plays that says that he would be playing Geometry Dash instead. To be honest with you, I would too. Yeah. Then there's the next comment on. I want to show you that post actually, from Gradient. He says, "I don't know." I'm going to show you that post on my main channel page because this is not my main channel. That's my side channel, one of the side ones. You should totally subscribe to them. You can find them all down here, where you can subscribe to them all. But yeah, it's based on this post right here, where we try to predict who's gonna win the NBA championship. I think it's going to be the Thunder, because of how dominant they've been in this season and last season. Now, of course, my team didn't make the playoffs because the Wizards are terrible. I really don't know what's going on with this franchise, but let's hope it gets better next season because everyone's optimistic that next season is going to be better. But we'll see what the draft lottery gives us, okay? It's every season we do get robbed, so it's like no biggie. Yeah, I don't know how some of these teams made the playoffs, like but they did. And then of course, a lot of these teams have been bad for years, like Orlando, and they recently made the playoffs. Charlotte Hornets almost made the playoffs, but they lost to Orlando, but here we are, the Wizards. I think we're just like, if the fact that all these other teams, like the Pistons and the Trailblazers, and of course some of these other teams like the Timberwolves and the Spurs that used to all be really bad, and the Rockets too. They're now all in the playoffs, which obviously means that the Wizards farm system and the Wizards the Wizards ownership is really terrible. I think we're genuinely the worst team ever. Like, we've had no good players because we trade them all, because we can't get any good picks because we always get robbed in the draft lottery every year. And it's no wonder. Like, we literally got robbed by freaking Dallas one year. Like, how does Dallas win the number one pick? Or actually, no, it wasn't Dallas. It was the Hawks. It was Atlanta that won it last year, I think. And look at them. They're in the freaking playoffs. They didn't need a number one draft pick, bro. Now, I understand they're trying to combat tanking, but this is clearly not the solution if we get robbed like 15 times a year, right? At this point, we've been bad for so long, it's like almost an expectation. It's like it's going to start causing people to not watch basketball in the state of Maryland. Like a lot of us would probably prefer to watch college basketball over this because at least the Terrapins made March Madness about a year ago. Not this year, but they made it last year. At least their organizations run a little bit better. The Wizards, no. I don't know what's going on. I hope they fix something because I'm tired of having my team just suck every year because of terrible management. Now, I know we got a new management, and I hope this guy can fix the team. But it's kind of ridiculous when you're not winning games. You're never making the playoffs. You haven't had a winning record in 8 years, maybe 9 years now. Like, the last time they had a winning record was literally 2017. What are we doing? And guess what? I was still in middle school in 2017, guys. And now I'm a grown adult out of school because I've already graduated, and this team still sucks. It really is terrible ownership. I don't know why I'm yapping about that much. Now, of course, I did a hockey one as well. I'm going to just showcase this one because no one commented on it. Yeah, some of these teams I would have never guessed would ever make the playoffs this season. Like, I mean, I guess Buffalo makes sense in the playoffs, but the 1 seed? How did that happen? I don't know how the Sabres did it, but they are. I hope they actually have great success because they have been terrible in the last several years. The Habs are back too. Ottawa's back, but they're up against the Hurricanes and they might get cooked. I don't know if Carolina's going to choke in the third round of the playoffs like they do every year. Somehow both the Penguins and the Flyers managed to get in the playoffs and have a series against each other. So the Battle of Pennsylvania's back. And I think as of the time of recording this, Philadelphia's already won one game. And keep in mind, the Flyers are the underdogs here, so they still need to win 3 more to win the series and move on to the second round of the playoffs, but and then, of course, you got on the west side, the Colorado Avalanche had a breakout season. And the Kings are finally not up against the Golden Knights. Or, sorry, the Los Angeles Kings are finally not up against the Oilers in the first round of the playoffs like they were every single year. And they've lost to them every single year for the last 4 years. I wonder if the Kings will lose to the Oilers in the Western Conference Final. I'm kidding. They'll probably lose sooner than that, to be honest with you. The Kings haven't really gotten worse or gotten better. They just always been like that one underdog team. And that's how that was. Then, of course, you got the Dallas Stars against the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota's back in the playoffs again. And they immediately win game 1, 6-1 against Dallas. They've literally blew them out in their home stadium. I think Dallas is probably going to be the biggest frauds of this season in the playoffs because what the frick? How do you lose 6-1 to the Wild? I don't know, man. And, of course, Utah came back in the playoffs. Well, I guess it's the first time the Utah Mammoth ever made the playoffs. But in franchise history, they used to be in Arizona, so... And the Coyotes did make the playoffs before. But it's kind of ironic how a hockey team can just move to another city and get success because of it. But yeah, it only took 2 seasons for the Utah Mammoth to make the playoffs. And then, of course, you got Vegas in the playoffs. They've made the playoffs a lot. But the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks, I've never seen the Ducks ever make the playoffs ever since I became a hockey fan. So I'm glad to see them in the playoffs as well. Same with the Buffalo Sabres. Or the Ottawa Senators either. I've never seen the 3 of them make the playoffs since I became a hockey fan. So, and I just want to see the list of teams here. It looks like Vegas about to take the game. Colorado wins game 1. Montreal won. Oh my. And then Buffalo wins against Boston. And this was yesterday. I told you I wasn't kidding when they said they blew them out. But if you look at the teams list, I'm guessing what teams have I not seen make the playoffs since I became a hockey fan? The Chicago Blackhawks, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and we all know frickin' why. They just had terrible management. They used to get 8th every single year in our division, so the Detroit Red Wings is another. The San Jose Sharks, they almost made the playoffs, though, but they failed. And that's it. There's only 4 NHL teams left that have not made the playoffs since I became a hockey fan. So, yeah, if you're Chicago or San Jose or any of those 4 teams, what are you doing? Why is it taking you so long to have a breakout season? I understand San Jose's case and Columbus's case. They're starting to work on a team, but what is Chicago doing? I think Chicago's like the NHL's version of the Washington Wizards. Like, they're just not doing their jobs. They're like the only team that I've seen not have any kind of development since I became a fan. So, and yet they keep getting first number 1 overall picks, and they still can't win. It's like, what? I think somebody needs to be fired from the Chicago Blackhawks. Like, honestly. Like, you can't just continue to sell picks and fail at your jobs. Like, what place did the Blackhawks get this season? Last in their division, of course. They've of course got last in their division. Like, I'm telling you, what are they doing? It's like, if you want to get some success in your NHL career, you got to get the frick out of Chicago. Like, something's clearly wrong with the franchise. I think they need to, once they're fixed itself, maybe you're safe to return. All right, let's move on to the next comment. I want to view all. Next up, that one was Saturday's stream. Bro should play Jazzy Juice. I think I played it once already. I don't remember if I did or not. But yeah, the next Josh live stream is coming very soon, so feel free to stick around. And then the last comment of the week is from The Water Bottle. It's called Shiruniku Katui. I can't believe this is a relevant meme now. And that came from 2 weeks ago. It was Gray Week. Yeah, Gray Week was a little interesting, though. Yeah, Gray Week was the best week of the season. Don't get me wrong, for Geometry Dash. Other than Pink Week. Pink Week was the best of them all, but we're going to see what Brown Week does. I don't know if we'll have success or not. I don't think we're going to have as much success until next season when Red Week starts. But we'll see. Red Week is usually the most the week that I get the most views, but I didn't stream Geometry Dash as much as I do now in Red Week last season. So it's going to be a challenge in the upcoming season. For sure. I'm probably going to get, like, maybe one of them might even get 500 views, if we're lucky. Most of them nowadays get 300. It's the last time I had a stream get to 500 views was, like, I think that's actually happened recently with a movie night live stream. It was the second movie night stream of the year. That happened back in January, of course. And now it's April and movie night is still around. Usually by now I would have discontinued the series. Because last year this series was the worst series ever. Like, no one watched it, no one wanted to watch it. So I just ended up canceling it last year. But this year it has picked up a lot. And boy, am I glad it did. All right, that's going to be your weekly edition of me reading YouTube comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you liked it. And I'll see you guys again next week for another reading.